Today, we're jumping into something called donut economics. It's a really powerful idea from economist Kate Raworth that completely flips our old ideas about what a successful society looks like. It forces us to ask a much, much better question than we have been.
For what, decades now, the main goal in economics has been pretty simple: growth, growth, and more growth. But what if that's the wrong target? What if focusing only on that one number means we're missing what it actually means for people to live a good life? Let's see how this new way of thinking totally reframes the story.
You know, the old story of economics had a pretty small cast of characters. It was basically all about the market, the state, and business. But that version leaves out some pretty crucial players, doesn't it? The new story, the one we really need now, brings everyone onto the stage: the earth itself, society, the household, even the commons. You know, all that stuff we share, like clean air and water. It's just a much more complete picture of how the world actually works.
So, if we're going to navigate this new, more complex world, we're going to need a new map, right? A new guide. And that's exactly what the donut is. It's a compass for this journey.
And here it is, the donut. This one simple image gives us a powerful new destination to aim for. It's a visual compass pointing us toward a future that is both safe for the planet and fair for all its people. It shows us the social foundation we can't fall below and the environmental limits we can't go beyond.
Okay, so see that outer ring? That's the ecological ceiling. It's basically our planet's 9 essential life support systems, things like a stable climate, fresh water, and biodiversity. If we push past these boundaries, we risk triggering really dangerous changes to the whole planet. We absolutely cannot overshoot that line.
Now that inner ring is the social foundation. This represents the absolute minimum everyone needs to live a life of dignity and opportunity. Falling short here means people are being left behind without their basic human rights met. And this inner ring is what we're really going to focus on today.
So here's the big idea. The goal is to get every single person on Earth into that green ring, into the donut itself. That's the sweet spot. It's the space where we can meet the needs of every person while staying within the means of our living planet. A safe and just home for all of us.
All right, so let's zoom in on that inner ring. What are these 12 elements that make up the social foundation? What does it actually take to build a good life for everyone?
Now, these aren't just some nice ideas somebody dreamed up. Kate Raworth built this list directly from the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. You know, the ones that basically every country in the world agreed on. So these are globally recognized priorities.
To make sense of all 12, let's break them down into 3 key groups. We'll start with the absolute must-haves, the essentials every single person needs just to survive and be healthy.
First up, and no surprise here, is food. It's the most basic building block. Everyone on the planet should have enough good food to eat to live a healthy, active life.
But here's the reality check. Right now, we are falling way short. A shocking 11% of the world's population doesn't have enough to eat. That's hundreds of millions of people who don't have this most basic need met.
Next up in these basic needs is energy. This is about having access to modern stuff like electricity and clean ways to cook your food. And the shortfall here is even bigger. A massive 38% of people around the world still don't have access to clean cooking facilities. Think about that. They're often relying on burning wood or other fuels that cause serious health problems.
Okay, so once people's basic survival needs are covered, what's next? Well, now we can look at the things people need to really develop their potential and contribute to society. Things like education and having access to information.
And a huge piece of that puzzle is, of course, education. This is all about making sure every child gets a good schooling, and that adults have chances to keep learning too.
But again, we're not there yet. 15% of adults around the world are illiterate. That's a huge barrier that keeps people from reaching their full potential and being able to fully participate in the world around them.
And that brings us to our third and final group of elements. This is all about the systems and the structures that create fairness and equality. This is really the foundation for a society that's stable, just, and peaceful.
A really big one here is political voice. What does that mean? Well, it's basically having the right and the ability to have a say in the decisions that shape your life and to hold your leaders accountable.
And this one might actually shock you. More than half the world's population, 52%, lives in countries that have low scores on voice and accountability. That means over half of us have a very limited say in how we're governed.
So you might be asking, why does all of this matter?
Why is this donut model such a game changer? Well, it gives us a new goal. It helps us move away from just blindly chasing endless growth and moves us toward a much more balanced vision of prosperity, one that respects both people and the planet. It's like a new dashboard for the 21st century.
And when you see them all laid out together, it really hits home. From food and health to political voice and social equity, this is the whole picture. The really radical idea behind the donut is that we don't just succeed in one or two of these areas, we have to build a world where no one is left falling short on any of them.
And you don't have to just take my word for it. The incredible Sir David Attenborough put it perfectly. He said the donut isn't just some abstract theory. It's a practical compass to guide us on our journey. It reframes our entire mission.
And that leaves us with a challenge, doesn't it? A question for you to take with you. When you look at your own town, your city, your community, through this donut lens, what do you see? Which of these 12 foundations are strong where you are? And where are the cracks starting to show? Where do we need to focus our attention first?